Kiki. Like getting part.
All right, here we go to
Baltimore.
move up here for now. Get the stream going. Hello, hello, hello. I think the stream is up. Oh, we're missing our music. That's what we're missing. Oh, it's far too quiet. All right. We are up and running again. So, the attempt today is going to be to try do a couple of things. First thing I want to do is copy the rest of these wing frames all the way down under and join them underneath. So I've got a whole shape done. And then I also want to get the last, if I get some time, to put the last two sections. Hi, Damage. Welcome aboard. Just kind of talking my way through the plan here. I'm going to try and get the rest of these beams in the full length of the ship. Probably have to rip out all those beams, but I don't know, because I have to figure out how to get up thrusters on the bottom, so we'll have to figure that out too. But we're going to get these guys in, maybe sort out those up thrusters, maybe do something different on the bottom. I don't know. We'll have to play with that. And then I also want to finish these last, at least these last two sections of station. Um, and then I have some ideas for some thruster configurations, but it's going to require me to jump into the SSC so I don't waste a bunch of time. I've not played too much in the SSC, so that might be a interesting place to at least test and take a look at them. I won't build them for the ship in the SSC, but it'll be a quicker way for me to experiment. I can build a little test bench to at least try them. I should probably just build a test bench for some stuff anyways, but we're going to try and break the stream up a little bit. So first things first, we're going to try and finish some of these frames. Just we're going to extend them like we did the other side, and then we'll join them there in the middle. So we need a bunch of, these are 30-degree symmetricals, I believe. Yep, so we have those. Today's the last day of Carnival, right? Fat Tuesday? I don't know what you guys call it. We call it Fat Tuesday. I think in Britain it's Pancake Day. Isn't that right? Pancake Day is the last day before Lent. I don't know what the official carnival name of it is. Alright. But it's the last day of Mardi Gras. Which is really only celebrated in one place here. One city anyways. Oh, this guy needs a little bit of love still. I think it's these ones. Alright, like this. I might later on this evening, which this doesn't really affect you, Damage, but a lot of names. The normal name can be translated as witch dance. that's that's not one I've heard. Um, that is definitely not one I've heard. I was thinking, which this doesn't affect you at all, I was thinking I might try and stream a little bit of Hard Space Shipbreaker um, later tonight. not until probably 8 or 9 p.m. my time, which is in the middle of the night there. So it doesn't really affect you, but I might try and play around with that game. I haven't touched that game since it first came out. So I might play around with just a little break of pace. And then I'll continue to stream this Starbase at the 2 o'clock time, just to give a little variety. Don't think I need any of that. Those were going to be in the way. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Come on, click. But we'll see. I haven't played that game in forever. I really did enjoy that game for quite a while when it came out. I have not touched it in quite some time. Your later stream. Oh, that's right. You watch it during the day. We'll see. Maybe we'll stick to it. I don't really think about what this people actually watching this. Not a ton of people. Usually 40 or 50 people watch any one of my videos on any given days, which isn't a ton, but it's certainly more than I anticipated. I've started putting the videos on YouTube just so that they don't get deleted from Twitch, because Twitch does like to remove the videos after a very short amount of time. Have you ever played Hard Space Shipbreaker? It's kind of the opposite of this, where you take ships apart instead of putting them together. But it's a pretty interesting experience. But other than that, it's actually quite similar gameplay-wise. Or it's this kind of lasering things apart instead of together, but that's a 96 and a 36. But what's that one? Oh, that's got something different in here, so this will be unique. Nope, not that one. Alright, 40. Oop. 48 and a 36. No. Might actually just be a 96, and that one's not in there far enough. Yeah. This is a different setup here. These kind of sneak underneath there. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Hard Space Shipbreaker. It's worth a look at. Starbase will still by far be the primary thing, but nobody really watches Starbase in the US time zone, so I'd rather play something that some other people watch, and that way I don't burn out. It gives me an opportunity to try something a little different, and I don't have to worry about burning out at all either. So this is probably smart, even though I dislike how it is, but it uses like a 36 centimeter corner. I really actually dislike how these sides look, but I haven't figured a better way yet. Maybe once I figure out these wings completely, we can come back and rip all that stuff out and find a better way to connect it. But for now, it's what we've got to work with. So So, but to make these work, you have to put another one of these up here. Which is, I see why he built this like this, but I think some different spacing would have been a better move. It's just some different I don't know. He did it for a reason, and it probably made sense at the time. But let's find out. Let's keep working at it. And if you go there, and then you sneak in here, that should connect everything. Alright, that's where you want to be. That's just fine. Well, if I stream Hard Space tonight, you can watch it at work tomorrow and see if you like it. I haven't made up my mind yet. I don't know what the analytics for Hard Space are, if they're any better than they are for Starbase, but I don't really stream for the analytics, but I figure if I'm going to do the best thing I can for Starbase, getting more exposure is better than less exposure, so I don't want to branch into other games very far. Like Star Citizen can steal all of your time if you'd switch to it. And I like Star Citizen, but it's a very, very different game. And it's just as broken. Wrong one. Alright, come on. Alright. Well, that went quicker. Now these, there's only 10 of, and we need 4, 8, 12, 16, and we're going to need 4 more. So we need 20 total, which is another 10. So we'll make another 10 of those total. And then we will have to build that entire hoop. Oh, there's one missing here. I suppose so. Got 2 entire hoops missing. So let's put those in before we get too far. For that, we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We need 8, 9 30s apiece. So we have 3. Oh, we need 9 apiece. That's 18, 19, 20, I don't know, something like that. I lost count as soon as it started. As soon as I had to do any math, I just lost it. I think these start out with a 72 centimeter. So where did this end up fitting? It's half a block over, which I think that's right where it needs to be, but these are crooked for whatever reason. I also have to make some little cutscene videos for if the stream goes down. Occasionally Twitch Studio kind of fails and the stream will get split into 2 videos, and there's a way to have it when the stream is down to automatically jump to kind of a filler B-roll video. And I'm thinking that I want to make an intentional video of that, for that, as well as a different starting stream video, and be right back. I currently am just in the background have Frozen Bites videos playing in the background, but I think I'd like to make some of my own stuff that's footage from the game instead. So that'll just require me to get both accounts on, videotape myself, or record third person myself. Then I have to edit it and all of that, and that just takes me a long time. Video editing is not my thing. Alright, let's this time make sure everything is actually welded. I always seem to miss one joint and then I knock it off later. So this one, there's a weird connection here. See how this one's even, but this one overlaps a little bit. So, can I do it with this? Can I just stick... Oh, come on, why does that keep happening? I keep dragging it out of my toolbar somehow. Can I just put this over... Let's go to the end. Is that long enough? Yeah. And then... Every time I see one of these moving shadows from an asteroid, I think there's somebody behind me. There's not. But my brain tells me otherwise. So if those are in place, then I should be able to put this middle one in, even though it doesn't want to be there. Oh, I had it for a second. Yeah, there we go. Now I can unweld this and just keep moving on. There we go, and I think that's 2. I had a question for you guys that build ships. I was watching some of Happy's stream the other day, and he was working on that fighter he's been working on forever. And I noticed that the entire fighter was made out of like 24-inch beams, just loads of these little short guys, just loads and loads and loads of them, no longer beams. What is the benefit of using lots of short beams as opposed to some combination of longer beams? I'm assuming it has to do with the PvP and the way the ship takes damage, and yeah, but if you lose very many short beams, the ship comes apart just as easy. I kind of assumed that it had to do with the way that beams absorb damage, but do all beams have the same amount of, I'm going to use the term, hit points? Inherent health? Regardless of the length of the beam? So it doesn't matter the length of the beam, each beam all has, it's no big deal. You lose a big beam, you lose a long bit of your beam. So I kind of had that thought that it would just be absorbing, but can a longer beam take more damage than a short beam, or no? Depending on the material it's made of. Yep, I assumed that. Because they always talk about naphthalite and Oh, so a way-through wedge, you can just essentially each beam is a one-hit wonder. So if you have lots of beams, you're artificially inflating the HP of your ship. Makes sense. I just wasn't sure. A beam with no material holds more than what? What do you mean no material? Every material holds only one shot. Ah, so it doesn't matter what the material is on beams. So it doesn't matter what the beam is made out of. Plates are different. Just double checking to make sure. I'm gonna do the test. Alright, I crash into it. That is that's the test that it's gonna surprise me later if I crash into it and it moves. Plates are very different. I've seen some research, and it might have been Happy talking. He did all the different. Nope, I don't think it was Happy. Somebody did a big research project on plates and absorbing damage. I love that kind of research. Oh, it was Happy? Because it was, yeah, there was a big test bench with loads of different guns firing into the edges of plates to seeing how many plates it would go through, and I think the research he was doing was on sacrificial armor. You know, and what's the best sacrificial armor for weight? Oh, sorry about that. I spent a bunch of time outside today, and my allergies do not like this particular weather where I live. It's always very wet here at the end of winter. Well, the beginning of winter and the end of winter. Everything stays muddy and mushy here, and my allergies get all aggravated. And I did a bunch of walking outside today while I was waiting for my car to be worked on. And that aggravated my allergies. What is this one? So that's a 48, and that's a 48. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to... Yeah, I like that sort of nitty-gritty research, that really in-depth stuff. I'm not the guy to do it, but nope, I can't. I guess that's as close as I'm gonna get symmetrically. Maybe 36s and 24s? That's 48 still. That would give me 60 on each side. I really just want them as close as possible without using dirty solution of wedging a bunch of 24s in there. So I think I'm going to do it like this, which will be okay for plating, and then I'll just put a beam on top, which you won't see. Or I put a beam lengthwise in there. So we'll try that out for now, and then I'm just going to stick something like this. I think lengthwise once we get these all in, but for now it doesn't matter. For now it doesn't matter, as long as everything's welded. But I like that. I struggle when things aren't symmetrical. Well, when they're unintentionally not symmetrical. I think some asymmetrical things look good, but they have to be intentionally so. Yeah. I think if I do it like this and then I just run a central beam down the middle of it, and that way if I only have to mess with one of these being, you know, I only have to fight with getting one of these kind of in the right spot, and then I could just join everything and it'll be fine. That way it looks better. But what do you guys think of that shape? Ignore this part. Hopefully you don't see too much of this. And I think the cockpit needs to be bigger and a different shape as well. But this kind of, I don't know what you want to call that shape, but it's coming along. Yeah, I don't like this part out here at all. But I'm really digging this wing shape. That cockpit's too square. Everything else is round, and that cockpit's square, so. Yeah, it's sort of heart-like. Yeah, I really want to see how I can exaggerate. I want to make these overlapping plates kind of more obvious to break up these big expanses of smooth plates. I like the overlap on the side if I can make them a bit more obvious. It's too smooth to me. Alright, keep working. Just keep working, plugging away. This side is going way faster than the other side, but I haven't started messing with thrusters yet, so. Yeah, I wish there were varieties of more varieties of color, and that might be a later on thing. Like if there were a couple of different colors of black, I might play with some decals a little bit to get some more variation in the color. But paint is a long way off for me. It's 2. Oh, I already had the 2 on there. Duh. That one just seemed short. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. That looks about right. I just need to make sure that I haven't screwed up any of those. Alright. I'm still working with a graphic designer on redoing the Farpoint logo. Not much, just a little adjustment to make it a bit more professional looking. Mine is, you know, the MS Paint version. I don't want to change the design of the logo, just on how professional it looks. And the guy I'm working with was an artist on Starbase. He was one of the original game designers, the graphic designers for the game. So he's able to make it, he actually understands what can be made with decals and with plates. So I should be able to replicate the logo in the game. Did I totally skip one back here? Oh, I did. So we can make it in a fashion that's replicatable in the game, which is important to me. I'm missing another one. Where does it go? What? So there's one on the inside of those thrusters. Oh, but it just starts the cross there. But it does go all the way down? Yeah? I think it's because I put it on that side and not this side, so I just need to move this one to the end. I'm going to stick with the black and orange colors, and I'm going to stick with the F and P that I came up with. I do like that. I like the F and the P. Oh, that didn't work. But I want somebody to take a look at it. I started posting my stream, linking to my stream on Twitter, and I'm inundated with advertisers, people advertising as graphic designers specifically for Twitch streamers, which I don't know how valuable that is, but I guarantee they're not cheap. Oh, none of these were welded. Oh, just never mind. Disregard what I just said. I've considered finding somebody who's a 3D artist to make me an endo. That would be an avatar for... Here, let me see if I switch the scene. Oh, nope, it's not going to work until I start the software. That would have a little endo that tracked me using the camera. Just something different. Well, let's see if I can actually find said software. Let's go up here for now. There we go. Let's see if this guy shows up. There he is. So this little guy is just a default avatar, but I'd like to make an endo that so it moves with me. The order's wrong though. Let's edit this. And now that should do, right? Now we should be on top. No, I don't know. I'll have to play with it. But it's supposed to track my head movements and my mouth movements so you can see me talk, but it's not perfect. And I'd rather it be an endo than this weird little guy. But I'm still working on it. So we'll make him go away. And then I do have... I can put the YouTube logo up now because the YouTube is working. Uh-oh. I just hit a button. I don't know what it did. Oh, whew. What is Steam Big Picture mode? I had never hit that button before. You like that little guy? If you find what? An avatar that's an endo? I found somebody that's willing to do it. I've talked to 20 different 3D modeling guys, and there are people that are willing to do it, but it's, in order to do it well is... Oh, I got you. I just have no idea what I hit, and then all of a sudden it was taking up the majority of my screen. One of those looks wrong. Like, this one doesn't look right. Right? These are all 15s. 15, 15, 15. Why does it look different than this? I don't know. We'll put an end on it and see if we can do the same matching. See, something's not right there. Something's different. What is different? Oh, it's over a little bit. That's the whole issue. Damn it. Yeah, damage. You definitely can find people to do it. It took me a little while to find one that was willing, but I didn't want to cough up the money if it wasn't going to have any benefit. And I'm incredibly cheap. I'm incredibly cheap. My wife might not think so, but I'm just trying to find things that make the stream a little more unique and interesting. Oh, that looks better. Alright, I feel pretty good about those, though I'm still missing one, right? We still need one. Do I really need one there? Because that's what we were doing. We have it on both sides of this thruster. But we don't have the same thing in the back. You know, I don't think it's, well, let's take a look. I don't think it's necessary, and it might not even go. It might be like the, so I got that, and then a long one. Yeah, it doesn't even go all the way through. It's just for that thruster, to hold up that thruster. So we don't need that, this one here. We'll steal it. We'll take it apart. And, I also want to, before I hire anybody to make anything that looks like an endo, I have to go figure out which cosmetic armor I want it based off of. Because they all want to base it off a piece of cosmetic armor. Oh, I decided against that. It's these ones. Nope, that's not it either. 36 and 24, that's what we did. Why are they so far apart? Why are they different? That's the same elbow, right? 66 by 38 symmetrical. Softworker made a good video, but it's German. But you see the prices and the armor. In-game, you don't see the right? And it's not cheap. Well, the cheap part, I mean, is you do like Django did, and you just go haul asteroids for a few hours, and then you're done. I mean, I'm not going to... Why in the Flying Dutchman is it different? Oh, That's why that one's different. Because I did... yeah, it's not... It isn't cheap, but I don't think it's unbearably expensive if I've spent a couple hours hauling asteroids just to get it. You know, with one of those roid haulers, you can make what, $1 million every what, 20, 30 minutes, something like that. I think you said 15. So I should be able to get a set pretty quickly. You have a list from me where you can see all the NPC prices, and for hauling, you take the NPC price times 1.8 thing, and you see ice and terodium is the way to go. $1 million to $1.5 million every 15 minutes if you know how it's working. See? You know, and what does an entire set of armor cost you? 5, 10 million? Oh, there's the crashing I know and love. I think 50 million is the most expensive set. Yeah. I usually don't have the most expensive taste. Come on, get out of there. Oh, I'm so terrible at this. You don't want it because it's ugly. Unfortunately, you don't get to choose the colors, right? You're stuck with whatever color it is. That's my biggest concern, is the colors more than the... I also don't want that set that you wear that has the crotch like an oil pan. I don't really like purple oil pan crotch. See, I'm not one to spend extra money on games usually, you know, real world money, but I think for this game I would totally pay somebody for some cosmetic armor that was colored the way I wanted it. Well, your armor in general is okay, but that giant purple cod piece you wear is ridiculous. Did you not see his giant purple cod piece, Death Sun? It literally looks like the oil pan out of a 1970s car. I mean, it's better than the default one, but it was pretty obvious. And like the rest, most of his armor is green, but the cod piece is a contrasting purple color. There was one video I got my face right in there and we took a good look at it because I thought it was ridiculous. You said it's the Ruffian set? Maybe I'll have to look up. Maybe I'll have to look up that video you're talking about. It's yellow, not green. I heard a boom dunk. Where did that come from? Oh. Alright. Let me figure out what I'm doing here and I can bring up. You can see his. Let me open that in a browser. It'll be. Now, click this one. There you go. You see that? Is that not ridiculous? It's like a whole different endo head. It could be a different endo's head. Those don't line up. Oh, it's because a drunk person put these first ones on. Isn't that crazy? Oh, that's your own personal style? Yes, it is, and I like it. I'm glad you like it. More power to you. We all have different tastes, that's for sure. I'm still gonna make fun of that purple cod piece, that's all there is to it. That's the thing about opinions. Who did you say made that video? Softworker. Is that a YouTube video? Damage? Maybe I can go look at those. Yeah, I don't I don't think anybody's gonna copy it. You are correct. Alright, let's take a look. That didn't take nearly as long as I expected. Yep, not too bad. Softworker's the biggest German Starbase streamer. Over 2,000 hours of video on YouTube, so I need to search for the right video. I should make sure and follow him on YouTube. Softworker. There he is. Yep. It's in German. He doesn't play Starbase anymore. Oh, there he is. Let's play Starbase. Yeah, he has a lot of videos. I need you to translate all those videos for me, though, if you don't mind. You can just in your spare time. That'd be great. Or I'm gonna have to use the Google Translator on my phone to figure it out. Sorry about that, I keep sneezing. You don't need to hear that. Okay. Look at all this space we got under here. Look how many more crates we could fit under here. You can look his very last video, his best of. Well, I'll have to watch it for sure. No question. This is actually probably a great place to hide Isan and a second cockpit down here. I'll take all this stuff out. But Isan kind of has to be in this configuration, right? Where they've got to be in a square. Or I've also seen them in a configuration where they're like an L shape. But I think that's iSand quad versus iSand 3-in-1. But I could be totally wrong. Either way, this stuff's got to come out. But I'm thinking, can I mount a bunch of thrusters pointing down under here? I mean, there's a big gap of them there, but we don't know what we're doing back here. This is Compass by Firestar. What is Compass by Firestar? Oh, stay. Oh, gotcha. Yep. I understand now. But I know there's a couple of different iSand systems that require a different orientation of the modules. All of those, yep. Oh, you stay. All right. There's freelancer. Okay, let's see. We'll open this up. Oh. Gonna turn that way down. Now we push Discord.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur neuen Folge von Let's Play Starbase und mal wieder zurück auf dem Testserver, denn heute möchte ich nichts testen, sondern was zeigen. Ich hatte es in der letzten Folge schon angesprochen und zwar gibt es ja hier im Spiel einige Rüstungen und wir wollen mal gucken, was die Rüstungen so insgesamt taugen, wie die aussehen, was sie kosten.
Oh,
Was
I've
sie
seen
bringen,
this
kann
guy
ich gleich
before,
direkt
yeah.
sagen, gar nichts. Aktuell sind Rüstungen reineweg Deko und haben keinerlei Rüstungswerte, keinerlei Effekte, keinerlei Schutz gegen irgendwas, sondern einfach nur Deko. Die Rüstung selber könnt ihr kaufen hier beim Kite Shop. Das ist im Auktionshaus oder im Schiffsshop oder im Marktplatz. Müsst ihr einfach nach oben hier und dann am Auktionshaus direkt daneben ist der Kite Shop. Da gibt es diverse Aufgänge. Ihr findet euch das schon zurecht. Dann geht ihr hier ran und dann gibt es jetzt hier an dem Shop mit extra Musik sogar. Er hat seine eigene Musik.
Oh yeah, this is fairly long.
Da könnt ihr dann hier jetzt die verschiedenen Teile kaufen. Es gibt das Civilian Set. Es gibt das Experiment Set. Und das Infantry Set. Und da sieht man schon gerade, die Preise steigen schon so ein bisschen. Und das Orderly Set. Das Pioneer Set. Und den Red Brigand. Und, ne? Dann haben wir außerdem das Ruffian Set und das Toxin Set. Vermutlich grün.
Oh, Toxin, I think that's the headpiece that you
Die
gave me.
Bilder auch alle anders? Ja, stimmt, die Kopfbilder sind alle anders. Auch die
Now, does he
ganzen,
go through and actually look
die
at them
ganzen
all?
Icons sind alle anders.
Does he buy them all?
Ja, der Eierschutz, der Sackschutz ist ebenfalls da. Ohne jetzt nicht ganz fertig ist.
Oh, look at there's your
Da fehlen
oil pan
Teile. Das
crotch.
soll wirklich so aussehen. Ich habe zwar jetzt ein Kopfteil und deutlich anders auch sehen würde. Ja, es ist schön,
Ooh,
aber eben
I kind of like
zu
that one, but I
wenig
wish it was orange
auffällig.
or orangey.
Und Der Kopf ist, glaube ich, ein bisschen günstiger gewesen.
All of the sets are shown.
Ja, aber auch
Excellent.
die Schiemanschüsse
We're just kind of
schönes Set.
jumping
Ich
through
denke, das
here.
würde ich mir sogar eher zulegen als das Infanterieset,
I lost full screen. There we go.
weil es halt eben doch ein bisschen besser hervorsticht. Man könnte es jetzt eventuell noch mit
I like that infantry set,
die einzigen Farbtexte
but
sind
it's
so ein bisschen
too
das Orange.
boring.
Wie gesagt, die Textur selber ist natürlich sehr
Orderly
angenehm.
Pioneer, that's
Was wirklich
yellow.
vollständig
The
nur
Red
so
Brigand
eine
is
Platte von drauf ist.
surprisingly
Brust-
red.
Knapp 170.000 Credits im Spiel. Der teuerste Part ist
You
aber
could at
eine
least
Schulter, die kostet
use the, I could use the shoulder pads off of this one. Uh-oh. I hear people. That's alright, you'll figure it out. So, ruffian shoulder pads on the infantry. What else we got? Toxine. Yep, that's the green one. Trooper. Ooh, there's a little orange on some of these. You might better mix and match and get something I like. Let's go back to the beginning of Trooper. He's kind of boring, but he's got orange.
Vorletztes Set jetzt ist dann der Trooper. Das Trooper-Set kostet ebenfalls 1,95 Millionen. Upsala, fast 2 Millionen hier zum Kauf. Und es geht wieder auf die Infanterie-Farbschiene zurück. Dieses Militärgrün und dieses leicht
I don't like the head.
schmutzige Orange.
I don't like the head.
Ansonsten, ja, es wirkt bulkig, klobig und wuchtig, aber
Wedge, what's next? Wedge?
Set.
Uh,
und das schlägt mit
oh, there we go.
Experimente.
Alright, so let's see. I can't. So, I like the arm plates here, but I don't see the guy with the orange shoulders in that list. So, like the trooper arms. Oh, here he is. Those are definitely different colors of orange. Yeah, that's a big decision right there.
Infantry, Orderly,
I
Pioneer,
can still hear him.
Red Bright.
Okay. Let's get back where I can read your... Alright, it's me again. Ignore. Soft worker, left down, bad lights. Okay. Yeah, there was bad lighting in that one image. Yeah, the two oranges are very different. I'm not sure how they would go together, but... So, let's see. We were taking stuff apart again, weren't we? Yeah, this ice sand. It's actually not bad down here. But, I think if I want... You need YouTube translation for the second video. I can test buy all... Oh yeah, I could do that too. I could go over to the player test universe and buy all those. Smart. That's really smart. Alright, we're back to the gameplay video. Alright, we see only just... Yeah, I caught it eventually. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes. I'm terrible at this whole streaming thing. It's a very steep learning curve, trying to manage all the different stuff that goes into it. Oh, those weren't piped, just cabled. Even better. No way. No, I see way more failed streamers out there. I don't know about that. I see a lot of people that don't have any people that watch, that's for sure, but I don't know that I'm significantly better than them. It's just putting out the info at this point. Hey, look, guess what? I didn't weld that part so good. Remember how I said earlier I was gonna do that? Oh, I talk way more? Which is funny because in real life I don't talk a ton. How in the did that snap back there? I will spend an hour trying to get those long beams to snap. Yeah, in real life I don't talk. I get harassed quite a bit by my family for not talking. It's I find it quite humorous. But I figured if I was going to do this, I just needed to kind of ramble on constantly. So, believe it or not, I practice by just talking, like all the time when I'm by myself. My voice is fresh all day. Yeah, my voice is kind of... Oh! I missed your comment up there, Xenon. Yeah, I think everybody should get a set. It's a little expensive, but with as easy as cash is in this game, that would be one thing that everybody should probably spend just an hour or so getting. It really, I think, makes you feel a lot better anyways. Makes your character more you. There is a loose 24-inch, oh, there it is, floating around somewhere. I didn't even know you could buy them on the auction house. I just knew you bought them on the at that starter area. So yeah, maybe I'll have to go back to spend a day, haul some asteroids. We'll do a stream haul in asteroids, and we'll buy some. Figure out, or I just go onto the player. We'll go on the PTU first and decide what we want, and then haul a couple asteroids. Yeah, menu was a lot slower early on, but it's not any longer. It's pretty easy now. So I think we're gonna have to disassemble this entire... Wow. Oh, you did that so nobody couldn't read it. I'm like, somebody went a little crazy on that, but that was you, Freelancer. When you put that in, it was so nobody could read it unless we wanted them to be able to read it. I see a... This is what I hate, is when there's cables in the middle of beams you like just can't get to. These ones we might be able to. Safety first. Yeah. I am a bit of a lackadaisical safety person. I just kind of roll with the punches. I don't really get too bent out of shape about much. Alright, so much unbolting. Yeah, the old location, it was definitely easy to track me down. But then again, I didn't think anybody would... Hey, Redness. Oh, you must not be watching. I've been on every day. Welcome back, though. I appreciate you stopping in. How have you been? Bad time zone? Which time zone are you in? Ooh, gotta be careful. I think I just disconnected all those batteries. And that was a necessary one. That's funny. I'm assuming I did anyways. Yeah, I think I took out both of those. That's hilarious. West Europe. So like minus so right at Greenwich Mean Time, like that time zone. So it would be, I have it on the stream, so it'd be like 8 o'clock where you are now, or 9 o'clock? 9. Yeah, I usually start about an hour ago, so it would be 8 o'clock your time, and I go for 2 to 3 hours, usually 2 to 3 hours, something along those lines. Pretty much every day. I mean, obviously it's not every day, but it's pretty much every day. I've missed a couple of days here and there, but I try. I do try to get out there every day. Where in West Europe? We've got Germans. There's a Scotsman. Who else do we have around here? There's a guy from Luxembourg that often pays attention. I think I just like saying Luxembourg. Let's see, what else we have? France is often represented. Germans by far watch the most. Shipbuilding is going well. It's obviously a slow process when you're doing it this way, but I enjoy it and we're making progress. Give me 1 second and we'll go give a tour. But if I don't do this, I'll never reconnect these batteries. You're not gonna let me sneak up there? There we go. Let me reconnect these batteries, which I mistakenly disconnected. Okay. We'll take a tour. Let's go outside. We'll go out the front. You can see the difference. I don't remember when you were here last to see what kind of changes we've made. Let me clean out my hands. Let's delete all these hoses and things. Oh, I can go back in my inventory. What's in my hand? That's the welding tool. All right. So I don't know when you were here last, but we've made a few changes. So we've got most of this side of this ship done. Now we're trying to mirror it. We went with this big wing configuration with these overlapping plates on the edges, which I really like. I would love to figure out how to sneak some light out through there, but I don't think it's possible. I might mess with something to put... I was thinking cargo lock beams might work for stripes. If I can sneak a cargo lock beam down through this and have it stop right at the end here, it would look like a lighted stripe. We've got reverse thrusters in, and our lateral thrusters are in on these angles. There's another set back here. And we've just kind of yesterday, decided on this bottom bow shape to give us this, I don't know what shape that is, this double lobe shape. I don't like the cockpit at all, and I don't like this front section at all. But it is what it is. I might just delete all of that completely, rework the cockpit, and leave it flat on the front. I don't know. But today our hope was to get these beams in, which we did. And then I'm going to take this old bottom section out. and see what we can do for thrusters facing downwards, so the up thrusters. But as I was messing around right there, I deleted all of the connections to the batteries. So I think this part has to stay here back, but all these side connections can go. You're not gonna... There we go. These excess pieces can come off the sides. We're trying to strip it down. Look, there's there's hard points all over this ship, which is definitely cool. But there was a lot more than I would have ever used. But if you were just upgrading the ship and not actually changing it, those would be super helpful. You could have put more triangles or more box thrusters like that. That's a spot. Those are spots for 2 more box thrusters pointing out the back. Right now I'm trying to decide how I'm going to mount the down thrusters. On the top, I don't think I can really... I can't mirror the top to the bottom. The ship is a completely different shape, so we have to come up with something a little different. Did we not say... Is it bolted? There's a bolt down into it? Yes. It's confusing me there for a second. What have you been up to, Red Naz? Anything good? Let's see, what would be Greenwich Mean +1? Like, I don't know, Spain or Portugal? Is that... Nope, +1's gonna be... Because I'm -5 here, so +1's gonna be the other way. What would be... I'm just trying to guess now. Now it's a game to guess where you're from. I guess Germany could be +1, right? What time is it where you are? Damage? Is it 9 p.m. there too? That could be Germany or France. Yeah, because I think you're a +1 damage. I think you're Greenwich Mean +1. Or UTC +1. Germany is 9 p.m., but we are not West Europe. Well, I suppose West Europe and East Europe are kind of subjective terms. Kerbal is one that I've only messed with for a few minutes. I have not messed with Kerbal at all. I was thinking later this evening I might play around with Hard Space Shipbreaker, if you've ever played that game. It is a much more relaxing game. It's very straightforward, but satisfying nonetheless. And it's got a great soundtrack. It's my kind of music. It's very sort of westerny music, which obviously you can tell I like. So what are you doing in Starbase that you're getting bored? Are you stuck in the ship creator? Is that where you've been spending your time? There's some ship creator stuff that I've thought of that I think is outside of my scope of what I can build, but I think they would be fun to mess with anyways. They're not so much ships per se as flyable ships, but I would like to create, I'm going to call it a truck stop, where Right? Shipbreaker. You'll get impatient in Shipbreaker, and you'll not want to figure out where the damn switches are to open the airlock. So you're just trying to cut the airlock open, and then the ship explodes. It's kind of fun, and it's only as hard as you make it. If you don't want to be if you don't care about getting a perfect score, just keep sticking tethers to the bottom and drag the entire ship in giant chunks to the bottom. You obviously won't get as much money, but it goes so much faster. Just 20, 30 tethers right to that thing below you. Whole ship. All right, so I think that's all we could. Oh, a few more over here. But anyways, I was saying in the ship creator, I think I want to make some ships that that are like a truck stop. They have a bunch of propellant tanks on them, and they have a bunch of fuel rods on them, and I'll just tow them out and along the major routes into the belt, and people can stop and get propellant or fuel rods, and they'll have an advertisement for all of my Twitch stuff. Yep, those ones that have the giant fuel tanks in the middle. I'm not a big fan of using that cutting tool, because I inevitably cut stuff I don't want to cut, and then it explodes on me. Yeah. Why aren't these? No. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it doesn't. All right. So the reason these all are yellow is because that's on a hinge, and this is not welded to that. So those will always be yellow, which I think is an absolutely stupid thing, because I can't make these beams part of the frame, and there's no way for me to, unless I take beams out and try to do some sort of plate nonsense there, where I have a thick piece of plate, bolted this, and then maybe later. Not messing with that at this time. Not at this time. No, it worked. They'll fall off anyways. What? You mean if they get hit, they'll fall off? They don't fall off for no reason. But they're hidden way up in here. If they get hit, I've got bigger problems. Yeah, if those guys get hit, I've got some serious issues. All right, we look pretty good down here. How are we gonna sneak some thrusters down here and make them look good? I'm thinking. Oh, it's the hinge is the reason that all happens, because I can't weld them, because otherwise the hinge won't open. So yeah, it's a self-induced problem. So what do we want to do for thrusters under here? I could do triangles again, but I think that would be boring. How about we do some box thrusters? Let's see what I've got for box thruster. I know I've got a few. Alright. Let's drag you down here. Alright, you need to be... So, that's going to be a problem. The height is a problem. F. Oh, awesome. I could do triangles for sure. It might be a triangle solution, because those just aren't gonna look nice. So let's try triangles instead. Don't put thrusters in the middle of your ship. They don't help. Oh yeah, I mean these were just for going up and down, but yeah, I see what you mean. If they point towards the center of mass, then they don't help with rotation or anything at all. Yeah, I learned that on a ship that I made that was a cylinder. I could not figure out why it wouldn't roll, and that was because all my thrusters pointed at the center of mass. So, well, they kind of have to be in the middle. There's not much space if I want them. Would you put it down? Damn you. It's useless. Well, they'll work for straight up and down. They would work for vertical thrust. They would push the ship up, but they wouldn't help it turn or rotate at all. It would just be up, which is kind of the point of these particular thrusters, but I could also do the same thing like on the edge here. It would make it a little tougher to plate. Like that. And mount. Yeah, if you put it on an angle, then the ship has more to work with for sure. But I don't have many surfaces down here to play with. Yeah, if to put them at an angle down here, you'd have to be like, you'd have to find some crazy angle to get them at. This kind of deal. If what, I double up on the corner ones? Yeah, I'm not taking that apart to fit more thrusters over here. Nope, not happening. I'm not jamming any more thrusters in this. It's just not doing it. Nope, not doing it. Not sticking. I'm not playing with those anymore. Not doubling up. They fit in there too nicely. They keep the shape. If I double them up, then I have to either cut more holes in it. Nope, nope. They work good for going sideways. Gonna do something different. Might be able to. Try and this way, but just get it to, yeah, attach wherever this fits. This, like that, but flush. Let's give us something to work with here. Need something that's the right angle to at least match them to. These are not all hard points. Alright, let's bolt you on there. No? Oh no. We are very, very, very far away. You're more than welcome to try. But from what I understand, we are a very far away from orchard. Like, I'm outside of eye sand range, if that helps. Yeah, something like that, but it's got to be way up in there, which is going to make plating impossible, so that's not going to work there. I don't want them sticking out like that. So yeah, I can't. That's way too much. Triangles might work there. Yeah, these won't, that's not gonna work. It's gonna have to be triangles, or... Yeah, probably has to be triangles, or they're gonna be visible. I want them tucked up in there, so... Triangles it is. It's just, where do I choose to put them? Yeah, I don't think just standard triangulation is gonna work to get you out here. That's gonna make them very hard to plate as well. Wonder if I mount them like here, but we put them at a different angle so they're useful. I kind of like the idea of putting them right down the center of the ship, but you are correct, and if they point at the center of mass, they are a lot less functional when you point at the center of the mass of the ship. So what if we... I want them pointed really at the back more than the front, so they could help with forward thrust then. And if we really can't move them off center, there's just not a good spot to put them off center. This could be hard point too, but I think we can make the hard points work. I won't be able to hide them like that. This is the tough part of designing in space. What if I may do the old single row thing? Not only in space it's hard. Yeah, it's a bit harder out here for sure. Even if it's just because you can't really move things in straight lines, I think is the harder part. Things don't want to go where you want them to go. That's not the direction that I want. I want that way. That's kind of what I have on the top, is a string of those. I don't know what you mean by turn player rotate. Oh, the piece rotates with you? Problem is when you move it, it doesn't like, nothing likes to snap is the biggest problem, or it wants to snap to everything but what you want it to snap to. Or it moves like so. Is that too many? Is that the... How many can we fit up in there? Not very many. Only 3? Yeah, that's not where... Oh, you were there for just a second. Oh, it's still... Alright. So in between now, I would have to put a hard point under there. Big surprise. But if I get them off center, say... Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's going to make plating impossible though, because those are going to stick down very far. Yeah, what if I just, without thrusters, you can have a very clean belly. Yeah, I know, but it won't strafe up and down all that well. That's my preferred strafing method for asteroid avoidance, is definitely up and down, since the ship is it's wider than it is tall. I was hoping to have something nice and symmetrical. I thought about just put a row of like one of these on each one of these little struts here. It would take a little while to center them, but up in there so they were flush. Flush with those. Just one, doop, boop, 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 all the way down. Kind of like that. Just all the way down the middle here. This one would take a little bit of effort to get in there just because of the stuff that's above it, but yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, just a row of them down the middle there. But if I could get them off center, it'd be better, but I don't think there's a way to... Yeah. Well, I think it's going to go more than 60 meters a second once I'm done. But strafing is my preferred method of actually how the AAS works. I could definitely get a hard point up in there. Yes, like that. This one I'd have to move that table, but that's not the end of the world either. Is there enough room with the rest of these though to get it up in there? Yep. There's enough room there. Yep. Yeah, strafing's usually the solution for AAS. But if your ship is taller than it is wide, then you strafe laterally as opposed to vertically. That's not usually that's not the typical shape of Starbase ships. They tend to be flat. Yeah, if they sat like that, it'd be better, but we're gonna. I think that's, how many does that give me? 5. I've got more downs than up, obviously. I have twice down what I have up, but that's aesthetic more than anything. I could double up each of those. Put one on the other side as well. Oh, no, I can't put one on the other side of this. There's just not space there for it. The rest of these could get it, though. No, it's not a lot of forward thrusters, for sure. I just haven't got to this part yet. I'm gonna redo this part too. It's built for you to just snap in. Like I could just double up all these triangles, and there's room for more box thrusters all over the place. But yeah, I just haven't redone this end of the ship yet. That's a problem for future me. Right now I'm working on this side of the ship, so down should be okay with those. I really would like to double them up though. That would give me 9 down if I doubled them. If I put one on each side of this. Or just made a box. I would prefer if I could angle them a little. But I'm worried about the plating more than anything. It would take twice as many hard points, but might not be impossible. Okay. Alright, well, it's been an hour and a half, so I want to do a little, I'm going to pick these back up. I'm going to run down and do a little station work, because I promised myself I would do at least a little bit down there before getting completely sucked into this sort of stuff. And I don't have a decision there yet anyways. And I have other thrusters to put in on the sides, which are more pressing at the moment. I have to get these lateral thrusters put in before I can plate the outside of that again. And I have the reverse thrusters to put in. But for right now, let's clean out my inventory. That way I can put my tools away. Let's go down and figure out how to finish these last 2 sections on this part. Come on, just faster. station looks so small from up there. Once you get down here, it's pretty big. At least it's going to be. You know, I haven't been on late at night, so I haven't seen NTSP in a while. NTPS. NTPS. I haven't seen him in a while. Because he was working on part of this too. And Death Sun, Dirty Human, whatever you want to call him, also did a bunch of this. I appreciate both of them. Alright, now I have to remember, I just did it yesterday. I have to remember how all of this goes. There is a, oh, I don't, my hotbar's all screwed up again. Station modules. Oh, oh, stop, stop, stop. Those. And where's the half ones? There's halves. And ramps. Those are the only three I need right away. Oh, there's a corner block for sure that I need. It is this one. Okay. So first row is this. And this one gets a little squirrely. Gotta remember there is one of those there. So it's a half block. And that. Like that. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, I think this goes up 2, 3. I'm putting Django's cap on a diet. It was at 260% its max volume. His eyes are bigger than his cap ship. He's all beams and no thrusters. Will it even move at those sorts of weights? Or does it still do way too much plating? Does it, will it still do 8 meters a second? Oh, I don't have any, that's why I can't put that one down. This one. It won't move. How far over 100% can you get? Excellent, that went quickly. Let's just copy it. I don't have many more of those left. Get those building. Oh, come on. There we go. one's not right there. 2, 3. What? Yeah. Oh, the entire block's down, half of one. Huh? Wait a second. That's all the way down. This one's down too low, I'm guessing. Yeah. Nope, that's right where it's supposed to be. Oh, those are up too high. That would be why I'm half a block off. This way. I was sorta right. So, this one goes there, and then this one goes on top. Come on. There. Come on. There we go. I'm making this hard on myself. Work with me. Fine. So they don't like to snap in half block increments. Nope, that's too far down. How in the world did I F this up again? Yeah, that doesn't go there, that's why. So, this for sure goes there. Yeah, like that, I think. Try this again. There's that. Yeah, and you won't snap where I want you to. You go away. Now come back. There we go. Jeez, that was painful. Do you think we need to ever touch my inventory in the station build? You mean of your Valkite? I have, let's see. I still have 1,600 stacks of Valkite left. So maybe, but I don't know. We won't know that until Lingen gets back. Hopefully Lingen comes back. And we see how he starts building. See how much he starts using right away. How do those again? Alright. Steep rampway. Couple hundred of those. They just don't take very many resources to build this stuff. I think they're almost too cheap. 3, 4, 5, I want to say. You're on 8K now. We might need some. We certainly will not need 8,000 worth. Like 8,000 is that's one of the reasons why I think these parts are too cheap. Like it hasn't been hard at all to gather the resources for the station. You would think station would take more effort to build. It's truly easy build mode. Just a few stacks. Just a few. I mean, if you have 8,000 stacks, that's nearly... Yeah, so there's some sort of unbalance with this. I don't think it should be this cheap. Now, I'm saying that while I'm trying to build a giant station, which it's convenient, but I should have to go out and gather resources for this project, and you just don't, because you get enough just in regular mining. So I think there's an unbalance with this particular part of the... Yeah, I think you get too many red points, and it doesn't cost enough Valkite. Or it should need some of the other stuff as well, but there's no other real use for Valkite. But even if you built every block you could build in a station, I still don't think it'd be 8,000 stacks. Yeah, I was Blueprint station building was before me. Though it sounds like a great idea, but I did not get to experience that. Yeah, it was gone by the time I started, and I saw some videos on it, which it looked awesome, but never got to mess with it. Oh, I lost count. I don't know where it goes. Yeah, one block being one Valkite would... I mean, you still have 1,728 individual kilovoxels worth in a stack. So I don't know. It would take a lot. Take a heck of a big station to need a ship full. Well, to need ships and ships and ships full. I mean, in this, what I've built so far has been a few hundred stacks, that's for sure. It's not an insignificant amount, but with the rate that ships mine material right now, it's trivial. Oh, I have to take these blocks out. Or I'll put stuff in the wrong spots. I'm still not taking enough of them out. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I should have left those in. Got a little overzealous there. I need to take the bottom ones out, not all of them. Oh, come on. I see fleets of ships from Alpha Station building. It was very fun, and I hated not being part of it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It did look like a lot of fun, but then again, all of that early gameplay, when there was tons of people on, looked like a lot of fun. It was already dwindling away before I started. Now, granted, there were more people than there are now, but it was already starting to fizzle. Alright, it's something like that. Alright, once I finish these 2 sections, I will have to call the stream for a little while, just because my family's coming home, and I think they're going to expect me to feed them. And teenagers get angry when they're hungry after a long day. There's nothing like a house full of teenage girls to ruin your evening. And then all the soccer practices start. I do think I'll be back on later, though. I don't know if it'll be Starbase or Hard Space, just to try out a stream of Hard Space. We'll see. See if there's any interest in watching Hard Space. Yeah. Yeah, well, teenage daughters don't really have a lot to do with their dads. They just aren't interested. Comes with the territory. They only come to me when they need money, or they want me to drive them somewhere. But they're almost old enough to drive on their own, which I'm looking forward to. Well, one of them is old enough, but she doesn't drive yet. But not having to drive them to loads of practices would be fantastic. Uh-oh. Dirty Human just came screaming through. Didn't even say hello. At least he wasn't shooting this time. Scared the crap out of me the day he was doing that. There he is. There he goes. That was him. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, you're over here too? Oh, you've been at your ship. You've been hiding at your ship. Over at your capital ship. I haven't seen you come flying through yet. Oh, did I get that done? That done? Oh, we're almost almost there for now. What do we got here? One more. All right. What's the top look like? It's no, right behind me. The brass beehive? Nope, that's not you. Where are you? There's freelancer ship. Oh, ship. It's not your. Oh, it's 1,600 meters away. Oh, there he is. There it is. Well, hello. Let's turn this off. Let's see if we can take a look at the ship. Does that fade away? Come on, go away. Or take a look at the station. I can't drift out past that wall. Alright. Oh, nope. I missed a couple down here. Couple. Just a little bit. This needs to come across. Try not to stop these jobs halfway through or I'll never finish them. And this gets 2 more rows. Excellent. Now we're gonna do the bottom side. Yep. It's just, I call these small victories. I can't always win the war, but I do my best to win small victories. Well, I feel pretty good about it. This looks pretty good. It's a little bare, a little sparse. Not quite sure how I'm going to finish the front yet. I'll have to go back and look at Lingon's video to try and copy it again. I think if I just... There's a lot of windows that have to go in, but this part looks good so far. I think I'm parking here for tonight. Go ahead. So I think I'm gonna figure out a center ring here too. We're supposed to have 2 rings. They're supposed to be connected on the corners. I'm gonna put big docking arms up. We'll see. That's the plan. The brass beehive, is that Django's ship, the brass beehive? That must be his new capital ship. We'll have to take a peek at that too. Oh, it's starting to look good. We got 1 chunk partially done. Now if I just repeat that on the other sides, I'll feel like a champion. I'll have to sort out the corners, but once again, that's a problem for future me. You don't want to block somebody in? Just block them in. There's plenty of work to go around, so if for a few hours you're in the way, or you can just come up here and park at one of these docking ramps. I think that's what Pepa put these in for, was these docking arms. You'll be out of the way there. I lost my ship. There it is. But feel free to block people in. Excellent. Come on, load. There we go. She's starting to look good. Plates. I need thrusters. My next session that I play will be to get the lateral thrusters put on these corners. There's 2 that go here, and I think 2 that go here. And then I'm going to try and get the reverse thrusters in. And we'll work on some plates. Plate the back sides of these, and then I can at least get the center section plated, and I'll feel like I did something. So that's the plan for my next session. Oh, and I have to do the generator. There's so much damn work to do. But I'm liking it. She's starting to look good. I have to figure out somewhere to write care package on it. Put some logos of my own. But she's starting to look good. I'm enjoying it. So, alright guys. Thank you so much. I will be on, I hope, either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. my time, which is either 4 or 5 hours from now. I've got family stuff to do between now and then. But thanks again for watching. And those of you who I don't see later, I will see you again tomorrow at the regular time, 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean. So I will see you later. Death Sun, I'm sure you'll be on. You always are. So talk to you guys later. Take it easy.